and 0 touchdowns. How the Bucs defense stifled Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City offense. SportsCenter starts right now.
Bucs win the Super Bowl.
Ready to go.
Look good over there, big boy. Let's go.
We don't even keep score. We just run that up and leave.
Fancy goggles there. What you get for winning the Super Bowl, I guess. SportsCenter is on TV. Teamed with Tom Brady. I am Tom Brady. Thanks for having us. Tom Brady, Bowl 55, goes to the Buccaneers. They, of course, are quarterbacked by Tom Brady.
Never heard of him. All right, maybe a little. If it seems like Tom Brady has been in the Super Bowl pretty much half the time in his 20-year career, it's because he has. And he has the championship now for the 7th time. That's way more than the average American. At home, in his new home, Tampa, Brady and the Bucs are the best in tackle football. A total landscaping of the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs, 31-9. Let's talk about it.
I think they're all special, and they're all. This has been an amazing year. Amazing year. We got to a good start, 7-2, and then had a little rough stretch where we kind of found our identity and played a lot better football down last December, January, and just really proud of all the guys, proud of all the coaches, the effort we put in. We knew we were playing a great football team tonight, and we got the job done. So you want to get this far, you got to get the job done, and we did it.
Just his confidence and how it rubs off on the rest of the football team. You know, him talking to defensive players. He'll might see something on tape, and he'll give a heads up to a defensive player, and his leadership is off the charts. And he's a winner, man, and that's all you can say. He brought a winning mentality to a really talented football team that didn't know how to win.
You know, I'm just blessed to be next to this man. You know, he's the GOAT. He is the greatest football player to ever play. You know, and I can tell my kids I play with that man. I'm just blessed.
Oh, it's been a tremendous honor working with Tom, man. He's a legend. He's a winner. He's a good leader. One of the best human beings I know. Even a greater football player. I can't speak enough on what he's meant to me. This moment, everything I've been through.
Tom Brady now has won 7 Super Bowls. Kenny told you that. 2 more than any other player in NFL history. He's only the 2nd starting quarterback ever to win the Super Bowl in his first season with a franchise. Trent Dilfer did it. Remember, Tampa was 7-9 last season with Jameis Winston as their starter. I just can't do it. Buccaneers are the 5th team in NFL history to win the Super Bowl the season after finishing with a losing record. Also, the Bucs beat Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes in their final 3 games. They are the first team ever to beat 3 Super Bowl MVP winning quarterbacks in a single postseason. They did them all in a row.
So the Bucs won this one by a lot, but there were some moments in the first half that were the tipping point of how this thing would end up being a blowout, back when the game was in reach for Kansas City, at least.
Yeah, you had a couple of key drives, had a couple of critical penalties, then you had a couple of touchdown passes from Tom, and lo and behold, he and the Lombardi Trophy were a couple again. Second quarter's where this thing swung. 8 minutes left, period number 2. Tom, by the way, had the lead after the first quarter for the first time ever in a Super Bowl for him. Brady's pass tip intercepted. Tyrann Mathieu, that's going to at least save 3 points, give the Chiefs the ball. We have a flag on the play. Javarius Ward called for holding on Mike Evans. Got a little bit of them and a little capture. Dicey. Mathieu not happy. Bucs setting up for a field goal out of this thing. Ryan Suckup got it. 3 points. Get what? We're going to take him off the board. Penalty. McCole Hardeman lined up offsides. No, not again, Chiefs. Not against Tom. So the Bucs offense coming back on the field. Tommy. Rob Gronkowski, biscuit. Hauls that one in. 2nd touchdown of the game. 5th time Brady and Gronk have connected for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Most of any quarterback receiver duo in NFL history. After the Brady, well, chirping at Mathieu, and Tom's talking right back at him. 6 plays, 38 yards, 2:58 on the drive. Bucs take a 14-3 lead. They take over again. 1:01 left. Here, there's 55 on the clock. Chiefs had all 3 timeouts. Leonard Fournette stopped at the line. No gain. The Chiefs take a timeout. They're thinking, all right, we got Patrick Mahomes. We're going to get this ball back if we put a stop here. 49 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Brady flings one just short there to Chris Godwin. Runs up the middle, 8 yards. 3rd and 2. Andy Reid calls timeout. Helping him out. 44 seconds left. Brady. All right, well, I'm just going to keep throwing some dives here. Little short one. Gronk powers in there for a first down. So now Brady's like, we got to go. We're going to get some points out of this one. 24 seconds to go. Long. Mike Evans. No. Got some feet tangled. Got some tripped up. Ball up there. And we got a flag. Rashad Breeland tripping Evans. Chiefs calling timeouts. Then you got the penalty. And so now the Bucs are like, well, you know what? 3 would be great. 7 would be awesome. First and goal. Brady tries to find Evans again. This time incomplete. Another flag. This one on Matthew. PI. Chiefs are called for 8 penalties. 95 yards in the first half. The Bucs were flagged once for 5 yards. 10 seconds left. Brady. Antonio Brown. Touchdown. Matthews, the guy who gets burned on that play. Tommy eats him up. Good spin move. After the play, Brady. Tyrann Mathieu get into it. Bucs have a 21-6 lead into the half. They got unsportsmanlike conduct on the Chiefs, and then, well, they lose the game.
Sports Center on the Road, presented by Rocket Mortgage. And Louis Riddick presented the Super Bowl to an international audience. We're nearing Bill Russell territory here. 7 championships for Tom Brady. What kind of praise did you lavish on him during the game, and what do you have to say about Tom Brady right now?
Look, during the game, I mean, look, between Brian and Steve and myself, the only thing we could say is this is a guy who's just in total command of his destiny at this point in time. Whatever he wants to happen, he makes happen because he's willing to put in the work. He has done all the research, and now he's just applying it. Now he's doing the easy work, and that's what it looked like to him out there on the football field tonight. It looked easy for him because he had all of the answers. And then in the end, you know, when he's sitting there hoisting that trophy, the only thing you can really do, Kenny, is just tip your cap to him and just say, look, this is the ultimate team winner that we have ever seen. And that can be argued, obviously, across sports, whether it be basketball, hockey, whatever you want to do. But as far as how hard it is to get 53 guys to come together, in today's day and age, where you're faced with a pandemic and you can't even be around them in the ultimate team sport, and get them to buy into what you believe, because make no mistake, he brought the Tom Brady way down here to Tampa because that's what they needed. And to get all these guys from all these different backgrounds to buy into his way and see it all just build and build and build and build and build until tonight, they just dismantled a football team that many, including myself, thought would find a way to win this football game in the way in which they did. You just got to tip your cap to him and say, respect, Tom. Respect, Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles, Byron Leftwich, Antoine Winfield Jr., and on and on and on. Because they painted a masterpiece tonight. The kind that everybody will be trying to emulate going forward as far as trying to build a championship football team.
Tom Brady eats well. Maybe we should all copy that. Stay with us. Yeah. We need you on the backside of this.
You bet.
Yeah, we didn't see the offense that was expected from Kansas City. Entirely different line than they had in week 1. 4 new starters across the O-line midway through the first. Mike Rembers started the season as a backup. Now he's at left tackle. Blitz is coming. Mahomes has to throw that out there. He's 1 for 6 when the Bucs sent an extra pass rusher. He had people all up in his life the entire game. Later, second quarter, Andrew Wiley at right tackle, normally a right guard. Barrett flying through. Mahomes forced to run back there, just barely gets it out of bounds on the throwaway. 8 of 24 against pressure, 33%. His season average is 47%. All right, early fourth, Chiefs 3rd and 9. Mahomes, more pressure, just running all over the place, trying to make something happen using everything he's got. Look at this, winging it. Byron Pringle almost comes up with it in the corner of the end zone. Next-gen kids get involved. Most scramble yards ever by a quarterback, 497 in next-gen's stat era. Mahomes was just trying to make anything happen at pressure the entire game. Next play, 4th and 9. Wisniewski at right guard. Started the season with the Steelers. Can't keep his man from getting to Mahomes. Somehow he's getting the pass off. Darrell Williams can't come down with it. Mahomes, horizontal here, still able to get off the throw. But it just wasn't working. The kind of plays they usually make during the regular season and so far through these playoffs weren't made in this Super Bowl. Wiley again, right tackle. Nick Allegretti, left guard after starting the season as a backup. And it was like that for Patrick Mahomes in the end. He was pressured 29 times, most in Super Bowl history. His quarterback rating 52.3. It wasn't what was expected.
Obviously, I didn't play the way I wanted to play. But, I mean, what else can you say? All you can do is leave everything you have on the field, and I feel like the guys did that. They were the better team today. They beat us pretty good. The worst I think I've been beaten in a long time. But I'm proud of the guys and how they fought till the very end of the game.
Todd Bowles, he did his thing tonight. You know, he came out and they just had a better game plan.
No, I didn't see it coming at all. I thought we were going to come in and we were going to play these guys right, just like we've been playing teams, and it didn't happen that way. They played better than we did, and that's my responsibility. I take full responsibility for it. You just can't do the things that we did and beat a good football team like that, in particular at this level.
Lewis back with us. I wouldn't say the pressure got to Patrick Mahomes, but I would say people got to Patrick Mahomes for sure. Every kind of which way they were coming, he'd escape one way. There was somebody in his face. They rushed from all different angles. Was that it? The offensive line just broke down?
I would say, Kenny, it was a little bit more than that. Because, look, early on in the football game, although they were getting to him and they were making him run around all over the place and use every bit of his athletic ability, either Patrick was off on some throws and or his guys, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce in particular, DeMarcus Robinson late in the football game, didn't win the 50-50 balls, the one-on-one situations down the field that they typically have won all year long, and then last year in 2019 as well. And then they were settling for field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. And when that started compounding itself and Tom Brady was scoring touchdowns on the other end, you could see they started to lose some of their confidence and some of that swagger that had brought them so far both this year and the year previous when they won the Super Bowl championship. And then when you flip it over to the other side, I think the defense looked at what was happening to the offense, and they were getting hit in the mouth by that powerful running game of Tampa Bay, and they were like, look, the unit that really leads us, that sets the tone for us, they can't figure it out. And I think they all just started looking around like, oh boy, we usually come back in this situation, but Patrick's not able to figure it out. And Tom Brady was just sitting there smiling like, see, this is why they call me the GOAT, man. This is why, because I have that effect. But Patrick will learn from this, Kenny.